Okay, I think I'm finally ready to sit down and get started. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing my January TBR list. For those of you who don't know what that is the to be read list. Yes, I am joining Booktube, Bookstagram, booktok, anything related to reading, all of the above. This is the initiation right here. If you guys see me looking down throughout this video, that's because I have my laptop right here and that's what I'm going to be like reading off of, just so that I don't forget any points that I really want to make. And then I also have my books over to the side. Let's get started. So I have 5 books that I'd like to read in January, and I know we're basically like halfway through the month, but I figured I'd share it with you guys nonetheless because reading is fundamental, and like I said, this is my initiation to Booktube. I have a physical copy of 4 out of the 5 books that I want to read, and that is because the last book that I want to read, I want to get from the library, and it is currently checked out by another patron right now. So I have a request in for it, and then I should be able to read that once it comes in. But I am going to share with you the 4 ones that I physically have, and then I'll show a little picture of the 5th one that I do not have. So the first 2 books that I will be reading are King of Pride and King of Greed. And these 2 books are a part of the Kings of Sin series by Huang. For those of you who follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you know that I've already finished the first book in this series, which is King of Wrath, and I absolutely loved this book. The characters were so good, the storyline was so good. So this is a series of standalone books, and you can really read them in any order. I am personally reading them in the order in which they were published, just because I feel like it makes a little more sense. The first book, King of Wrath, was about Vivian Lau and Dante Russo. It's kind of like an enemies to lovers, but with a twist and a bit of betrayal. Like I just said, I did finish this book and I absolutely loved the character development, the plot line, how the betrayal was, like how it came out. The only thing that I didn't love about this book was how she reacted in the end, but I'm not going to say too much about that because I do plan on doing a overall book review of these 3 books at a different point. King of Pride, so I am currently reading this, as you can tell by my little bookmark, which let me just show you guys my bookmark because it is so cute. I'm pretty sure I got this from Barnes and Nobles, but it's a little moon. Isn't that so cute? So the second book, King of Pride, is about Kai Young, who is like a Fortune 500 aspiring CEO. Like he's like set to acquire his family's company, and Isabella Valencia. And it's basically a story of falling in love, but they're complete opposites. So I can't remember the last time I read a book like this where the people that had this like love tension there were complete opposites of each other. And I'm not talking about an enemies to lovers situation, okay? I'm talking about he's completely rich, he's this aristocrat, he's like put together, has his stuff together, and she is bartending, doesn't know what she's doing, is an aspiring author kind of thing, you know? And then the last book, King of Greed. This book is about Dominic and Alessandra Davenport. All of the characters that I just mentioned were characters who were presented in the first book, King of Wrath. And I can't lie, when I acquired this and I read the back, I was shocked because, if I'm being honest, I did not see Anna Huang making a book about these characters because I don't know, the guy seems kind of like cocky, he seems kind of prissy, he seems kind of, we didn't really get, like they talk a lot about, or they mention Dominic a lot, but they don't mention Alessandra a lot. So like, I was just shocked when I acquired this and read the back and was like, okay, the 3rd book is gonna be about them. We shall see. Basically it's saying like, he's a terrible husband, he's never home, and she's sick of it. So I'm super excited for this one as well. Even though I wasn't expecting it, it did catch me off guard. I did want to mention quickly, one of the reasons that I am absolutely adoring this series right now is because if you go to the beginning of each book, Anna Huang has listed songs that go with the theme of the book. And I'm not sure if like There are certain songs you're supposed to listen to for certain chapters or when certain things happen. But the songs she has in these books, bangers. For instance, those who follow me on social media know I'm a 5 Seconds of Summer fan. I've been a fan for a decade. In the first book, King of Wrath, when I open this page, okay, and Teeth by 5 Seconds of Summer was listed as a song on the playlist for the book, that immediately caught my attention. I was in Barnes, I looked at it, I said, yeah, that's a buy for me. It's a purchase. We Found Love by Rihanna's on here, Partition by Beyonce, The Heart Wants What It Wants by Selena Gomez, Stay by Rihanna, so good. And then I go to look at the playlist for the second book, right? Because now I'm expecting it. Be Without You by Mary J. Blige. Be Without You is the last song on this playlist. This song, every single time this song comes on, in my car, in my house, at a party, it don't matter. The stereo's getting turned all the way up and I am singing it like my lover's dying on the floor, and that's the only thing that can bring him back to life. That's how much I love this song. And then the last book, I go to look at the playlist, and this is a longer playlist. Banger after banger after banger, bro. Same Old Love, Selena Gomez. Love Me Harder, Ariana and The Weeknd. Just Give Me a Reason by Pink and Nate Russ. Dancing with a Stranger, Without You, Mariah Carey. We Belong Together, Mariah Carey. Lose You to Love Me, Selena Gomez. Anna, babe, if you're watching this, I love you. Send me your Spotify playlist. Thanks. Now that I'm over ranting about how much I'm absolutely loving this series and just like completely enjoying it, the third book on my January TBR is Twisted Love. This is actually by the same author as the King of Sin series, Anna Huang, and I have heard nothing but good things about this book and this series. I think Anna is just like a really good romance writer. And apparently I'm in my romance reading era because I'm eating her books up. And on top of that, I already know that I enjoy her writing style based off of the previous books that I have read and that I'm currently reading. So I know I'm gonna love this one. Again, heard nothing but good things. So that's all I have to say about this. It looks like a shorter book and I'm excited for that. The fourth book that I will be reading is a book that I'm not sure many people have heard about. It is Diary of an Oxygen Thief. So I actually acquired this book as a Christmas present, I think when I was in middle school, and I have not fully completed the book yet. It has been years. I'm a senior in high school now. No, I'm a senior in college now, and so it's been years since I've actually opened this book. I was never able to finish this book. From what I can remember, it basically tells the story of a man who essentially likes to emotionally hurt or abuse women, and I believe that he eventually meets his match in a woman who basically does the same thing back to him. I don't know the full storyline because I definitely stopped reading it before I got to that point, but again, super excited to dive back into this. As you can see, it's so thin, okay? It's so thin I could probably hold it with one paper clip or one binder clip. So it's a quick read. I never finished reading it. It's only 151 pages. That is so quick. I might read this one in between the Anna Huang books just to like separate them a little bit, like as a palate cleanser, you know? The last book on my January TBR is the one that I physically do not have in hand, and that is because it is out of the library. So normally I like to read a book, or at least start reading a book, to make sure that I like it before I purchase it. That way I don't have a book just sitting on my shelf that I'm never gonna reread again, or that I just don't like, because why would I do that? So this book is Magnolia Parks, and I have heard nothing but good raves about this series, specifically from all of the booktubers that I follow. I've heard about it from Sara Carrolli. I'm pretty sure I've heard about it from Karla Espinosa, and I think one more person. I think it's gonna be a really good series, but it's out in the library, so I put in a request for it once it is returned, and I will be the first person to get it. Hopefully it's returned this month, but if not, I won't be upset because I am reading so many other books this month. And I know that Spotify like has audiobooks now, so I might just end up listening to an audiobook on Spotify as well, and that will just add to my book count. So I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about my January TBR list. If you're interested in more content like this, please feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you are alerted anytime that I post here on YouTube. If you're also interested in more like up-to-date or daily content, I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. I'll like put that right up here for you guys. I post daily, either on my stories or as a reel or a video or something like that. I'm excited for my initiation here into Booktube and excited for this journey of being in my reading girl era. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next YouTube video. Bye. Mwah.